morning. It's 9 a.m. I know. Gay people and an LGBTQ plus kiki at 9 in the freaking morning? That's why I'm still in bed. Me? I'm FayWhat? And I'm going to help you get your week started off right. We have lots of fun things to talk about. It's going to be a great week.
Rainbows, gay boys, hashtag that girl, sunbeams, drag queens, L-word, is that girl, the girl of all our dreams. She's everything that every girl should be. Aqua, South Beach, hashtag that girl, pride-filled, tea-dance, Wilton, is that girl, Latina, but she's universal too. If you find a girl to love, only one girl to love, then she'll be that girl too. That girl.
The FayWhat Show is America's first LGBTQ plus morning show, and we are live right now on Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, Amazon Fire Television, YouTube, and Facebook. I'm also on demand. It's Monday, July 25th, and welcome to the FayWhat Show. So let's kiki about what's going on in the LGBTQ plus community. I have a sidekick joining me in bed for some conversation, malpensados. What did you think I was talking about? Our first segment is Gay Boys Sleep Late. This morning, I'm joined by my gay guy pal, model, burlesque performer, and just sexy-ass human being, Damien Lenore. You can find him on Instagram right now at Return of Babylon. Good morning, Damien. Bienvenidos a mi cama. I said, welcome to my bed.
Say it one more time.
Bienvenidos a mi cama.
Bienvenidos a mi cama.
Woo! See, now you can tell all the boys that when they come to your bed.
They'll say, oh, he's bilingual. That's
Yes, and you're like, I am.
what
I'm
other words do you know?
Nada más. Nada más. Pene, and that's it. That's all I know. Y café. That's all. How are you, baby? How was your weekend?
Fantastic.
Yes?
Fantastic.
So I know that you were estrenando. Estrenando is another word in Spanish, and it's like putting on something for the first time. All right? You were doing something at Alibi for the first time over the weekend.
I did the brunch
Shut up.
there for the first time.
Oh my God, I be loving Alibi's food. If you've never been to Alibi, Alibi is right on Wilton Manors, and they have something going on every single day of the week. So this past weekend, they had a brunch, and you performed.
Yes, they have it every weekend.
Okay.
So, or is it twice a month? Don't quote me on that. They
Okay.
have it, but this was my first time doing that brunch. So it was cool. It was
Yeah.
It was like the second brunch I've ever done. So it's kind of like, oh, a little intimidating, because everyone holds brunch.
To a
like
high
this.
standard here in South Florida, especially on Wilton Drive. And I, for one, and I know many people that love when boys are incorporated into the entertainment. We
Yeah.
love the queens, we love the women, and God, they're incredible. And we have such amazing talent down here in South Florida. We're so lucky, like your mom, Velva Lenore, who is incredible. But I like also when they incorporate the boys in there too,
It's interesting.
right?
It
There's not many boys that do what you do.
and it gives variety show. I'm like, I love a variety show,
Mhm.
because it's like, as soon as you get bored of something, there's something else there.
Got it,
You know,
got it,
it's
got
like-
it. Yeah. How
was
do you
really
take
cool.
off that super glue?
So I recently started using Goo Gone, which is probably not good for your skin. So I'm not recommending this to anyone, but it does actually work.
Did you see that video of that girl that had put that Gorilla Glue in her hair?
Oh my God.
Oh my God, have you guys seen that? Look it up if you haven't. Poor girl. And she's laughing about it. She's like, yeah, this hair ain't gonna go nowhere. That ended up having to be surgically removed. Like they had to do like an operation to figure out what to do to get that out of her hair. So
'Cause-
don't do that on your parts.
Oh, no, Gorilla Glue, no.
Because the
Not
girls,
this
they'll
time.
put whatever glue to put the earrings on, to keep a dress in place. Like they don't care. They'll deal with the pain later.
Super glue can work, if you have heavy earrings and you want to super glue on earrings or something like that, that works.
Okay.
But for like, if you're trying to put something to your skin, a lot of people use Prozaid.
Prozaid, you heard it here first. Get
I
it on
am-
Amazon.
Lazy, and spray adhesive is everywhere, and I don't have to order it. I can just walk to the store and buy it. So
Well, you had an awesome weekend. I had an awesome weekend too. I was with the Dolphin. I was with the Democrats over there at the Democratic Caucus, at the LGBTQ plus Dems caucus over there, and It was a lot of fun on Sunday. It was a full weekend, but on Sunday we had a wonderful drag brunch that your mom was at. Velva
Absolutely.
Lenore was there. They had Shasta McNasty, who I love, who's also going to be on the show today, and also wait, no, she's going to be on the show next week. And me and one of my favorite people on earth that has also been in bed with me, Miss Misty Eyes. And what she did was read a story time to a bunch of little kids.
That's amazing.
And the name of the storybook was called Dear Ron DeSantis.
Work.
Look at my social media if you want to see some videos for sure, because that was a lot of fun. So we had a very jam-packed weekend, but
It's
it was
an all-star cast, all
it was a you know, we need to get people out voting. We need to get people registered to vote. You know, the midterms are next month, and you know, we only have a little bit of time left. Like if you have it registered by now, you might not be able to vote next month. So make sure that your stuff is all updated, your address, all your registration cards, all that kind of stuff. Make sure that you're in the know and you've got what you need to make to cast your vote next month.
It's important.
Period.
It's important.
Period. So there's a lot of interesting things going on this week in the LGBTQ plus community. Damien, let's kiki on some of them right now.
Let's do it.
All right. Puerto Rican princess JLo has done it again. The woman who collects engagement rings like I collect zapatos, shoes.
I'm learning.
Yeah. Well, she tied the knot to her first fiance, Ben Affleck. They were originally engaged back in 2002, and last week they ran away to Vegas where they got married. They wanted Elvis to officiate because, of course, if you're in Vegas, you got to have Elvis, right? But he wasn't available because they were late. All right. Who would have thought J-Ho gets married again? What are we all talking about? What do you think? Ben Affleck.
To me, it screams publicity stuff.
Does it?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's like, why would you date somebody? I mean, I don't know. In my opinion, if I was engaged to somebody and it didn't work out, I am not going to revisit that.
Yeah.
20 years later.
Okay.
Personally, that's me. That's
personally, because for you, once you're done with a relationship, you are done. Right? Clean break. It didn't work for a reason. No. And as a lesbian, a lot of lesbians are best friends with their ex or they're roommates with their ex, all that kind of stuff. For me, once it's over, it's over. That's it. I don't want to keep in touch. I don't want you to call me on my birthday. I don't want a birthday card from you. It's over for a reason. If it was toxic and I didn't want it around, why do I want it around in the future?
I mean, for me, it depends. Like, I am still very, very good friends with my ex-husband. But, I mean, we didn't talk for 6 years.
And maybe you needed that time, right? To maybe heal and work on some stuff and then figure out if you wanted to be friends.
Yeah. And I mean, my girlfriend from high school, I'm still really good friends. I have some exes that I'm still friends with. But I'm not ever going to try and date one of them again.
Got it. I mean, you know, the only good thing about exes is ex-sex.
Ex-sex is good sex.
Okay, but if everybody on board understands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It can't be like one of those psycho Fred things that like, which usually occurs when you have sex with your ex. Then they remember, then they catch feelings, then they want to have bubble baths with you. It's a whole, that doesn't happen to you?
Did once.
Look, I wish her all the best. Unfortunately, JLo hasn't had the best track record with men, you know, and, you know, we're very open about our recovery, right? And how important it is for us. And us in recovery, there's certain key words and there's certain things that other people in recovery say that we catch, you know, that we just know from being in there. And when you hear Ben Affleck talk, I'm sorry, and I hope I'm wrong, and hey, send a hate mail. I don't think he's sober. That's just me. So I just think that JLo is gonna be in for a lot of hurt and a lot of pain, you know? And there are some people who love projects. I have friends that I'm constantly like telling them, so you wanna be with this person or are you with them because it makes you feel needed? Because it makes you feel like I have a project, you know? It's not a reason to be with someone.
You can't fix somebody. Somebody can fix themselves.
And you can't
fix another
and you
person.
can't give somebody an ultimatum like, if you don't get sober, I won't be with you anymore. That never works. It'll work for a second, but unless the person is doing it for them, it doesn't work.
Yeah, it builds mutual resentment,
Yes.
sneaking, lying behavior.
Sneaking and lying.
You know, and it's like doomed.
So again, I hope I'm wrong, pero esto me suena como no va a salir bien. So JLo, búscate un puertorriqueño por ahí. That's all I gotta say. So JLo to find herself Puerto Rican. All right. Next, in 2010, the hit cartoon Family Guy stretched the boundaries of comedy with the episode Quagmire's Dad, where Quagmire's war hero parent comes out as a transgender woman named Ida. The show got bashed for some of the jokes, especially after the character Brian, the pup, dated Ida. Now it turns out that the show writer Steve Callahan based much of the episode on his experiences with his own transgender mother. I used to love Family Guy.
Yeah,
what do you think about the story? You saw this episode, or you saw a part of it, right?
Yeah, and the joke that comes to mind when they're talking about this, it was really disgusting.
Okay, so set the scene up.
So, in the world of Family Guy, Brian, the talking dog,
He's cute.
who is also kind of an alcoholic,
Yeah, he always got a martini in his hand. Yeah. He's always partying.
Dates human beings.
And there's nobody questions it on Family Guy. If you haven't seen Family Guy, check it out. Nobody questions it. He's just like a human, except every once in a while he barks.
Yeah. And he winds up dating Quagmire's father, who transitioned, not realizing that Ida was formerly Quagmire's father.
Got it.
And when Brian finds out that Ida is transgender, he vomits and vomits and vomits and vomits. And one of those Family Guy, like, vomiting for 45 seconds, like, just continual vomiting type of things.
Yeah.
And it was really, I remember watching that being like, this is really not cute. This is
very disrespectful. Yeah, no, and I can see that. And look, and I'm not coming to their defense at all, but they've used that kind of scene before for other things that were gross to Brian, and then he would just start, throwing up profusely. But very bad taste, I think, and I don't think anybody would disagree with me on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't cute.
Yeah. So Quagmire is the guy that does giggity giggity, right?
Yeah, the real pervert one.
Okay. So was his mom like any similar to him in any way, shape, or form?
No, she was in the army, and then she got out of the army and she transitioned later in life.
So no giggity giggity.
No. Did she giggity? I don't think so.
Well, go check it out for yourself if you'd like, or send them hate mail. They're fine. They have millions. We do not. All right. Next, the new Thor movie is gay. Aren't you excited about that? Yeah. No, like really, really gay. So Thor's nudity, like all the time, right? Valkyrie's playing the king of Asgard. Yes, Asgard. And looking for her queen. And Korge's two dads and his boyfriend named Dwayne are just part of the subtle gayness that fills the whole movie. Now the famous cluck of Karens known as 1 Million Moms, that's really like 4 ladies like in a dark room, have started a petition to spread the word of the quote, many LGBTQ innuendos and abundance of euphemisms, but a few scenes are not downplayed at all, end quote. Really? They're going to go after Thor? Like, is anything sacred? Do you think Thor is gay? I mean, I wish he was gay, but I just don't think he is.
I think a lot of the like comic book movies that are coming out now are very LGBTQ plus inclusive because their fan base is, like a lot of queer people are super into comic books.
Love Marvel. They love all of that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a bunch of sexy people wearing skin tight costumes.
Or wearing very little.
Yeah. And being powerful and fierce. And then there's the whole sort of allegory of these powerful characters are also outsiders in society.
They're all different and marginalized to some degree. Yeah.
So it's like I understand that I'm not a comic book person at all. Would I stare at Thor's ass? Obviously.
Oh yeah.
But it's like, why are they surprised? Why are these ladies surprised at this? Why are they coming after?
But it's, like you said, they're very inclusive, but they make everything very fluid. They don't like put a spotlight on it like, okay, he's got no clothes, or there's an orgy going on, so it's got to be gay. Like, it's not like they sexualize us more than we do.
I did see the trailer for Thor in theaters and remember the only thing I remembered from that trailer was Thor's giant ass on the screen. That's the only thing I remembered. And to me, it was very much a commercial for Thor's
his ass.
And I was not mad about it at all.
Yeah, no, he's a gorgeous man. What's his name?
Chris Hemsworth.
He's just delicious.
Face, body,
like
everything.
He's gorgeous.
Like, really, really, really.
And what I loved about, I saw the first Thor. I haven't seen the second one yet. And what I loved about this one is that he's got a girlfriend. He's got a girl. And I love Natalie Portman. Right? That's her name.
Yeah.
I love her because
me too.
she was also Padme in Star Wars, and I named my dog after her. Yeah, I
And
did.
she was
I'm that person.
The Black Swan.
She was the Black Swan. That was a great movie
Yeah, that
too.
was a great
See,
movie.
and all the gays love that. You remember the Black Swan? Go look it up. You'll watch it again. Next, the iconic comedian Jane Lynch. I love her. She's currently playing in the revival of Funny Girl. When it was announced that her Glee co-star Lea Michele would be joining the cast, people were hoping it would be like a Glee revival, a Glee reunion, like just Glee everywhere, even though most of the people in Glee are dead. No, for real. Like I was talking to our producer a couple of weeks ago, and it's like a bunch of them are dead. Anyway,
That's the way you said it.
so I hope you don't join each other. Anyway, so while Michelle will be taking over the lead role made famous by Barbara Streisand, who won that is a 4-time Tony Award winner, Tova Feldshuh will be taking over the role currently held by Lynch, who plays the mom. So fans will not be filled with glee as Jane Lynch and Lea Michele won't be on stage together. What are we all talking about? Like, I initially thought that it was like drama, that like Jane Lynch was like, oh, I just don't want to work with her again. And then she made a comment and said, you know, that's not it. It's just something else or whatever it is. But then the more digging, and then you told me that Lea's just like not a cool person.
Yeah.
Like she's just not an easy person to work with either.
And she's a bully, and
she's like 5'0". Like she looks like I could put her in my pocket, and she's a bully.
You probably could, but a lot of the time
It doesn't matter the size of a person, but
the bullies are always like the short guy with the Napoleon complex.
Very true, very true. But she was known for making the other actors uncomfortable. She didn't like somebody on set, and she threatened to poop in their
wig.
Blasphemy.
Could you imagine?
Blasphemy. If you told any of the drag queens I know, I'm going to poop in your wig, they will cut you.
Listen.
And cut parts of you.
Listen. And it's like, how old are you when you're making a poop joke at someone?
And the boy says that, right?
Yeah, like, come on. Not only it's rude and mean, but it's also like gross.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what? I mean, it sucks because she seems very talented. I did enjoy her on Glee.
I never saw an episode of that show.
You never saw an episode of Glee? Did you hear that,
And I
boys?
love Ryan Murphy. I'm an American Horror Story fanatic.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's one of those things that you might... Do you like musicals? Yeah, you hesitated, so no, you're not going to like it.
I do like musicals, but I like musicals in the sense of like a theatrical production and not in the sense of like... Any of the music I heard from it sounds like kids singing like annoying little voices and stuff like that. I'm just like...
Well, they sang everything. They really did go from the 60s to present. They always sang a bunch of different stuff, and I did enjoy that. But if you're not a fan of that, okay, like my wife doesn't like musicals. I know. Isn't that crazy? Because this bitch will watch any musical, all right? And she says it's not reality. People don't just break into song. She doesn't know my friends. We break into song no matter where we go. You know, like it's just one of those things. So she's, you know, Glee is something that you could put on for me, and you could just put it on the background because you'll like the music. Some people will talk, whatever it is, and she'll be like, "Oh, what is this? This is a bunch of little kids like yapping."
Yeah,
you know. So maybe you'll feel the same way.
It's the music I've heard from it I don't like because they all have very annoying voices. I'm sure they're all talented and y'all
they're
can
dead.
sing really
like
well.
3 of them are dead.
Rest in peace.
It's just really, and like my favorites, like the jock guy. I don't even know any other names, which is sad, right? So the jock guy overdosed. The pug guy ended up being arrested for like child porn. I mean, it's a hot mess.
And then he killed himself.
And then he killed himself. And then the beautiful girl, tried to save her kid and drowned a couple of years back. I mean, I think Glee was cursed. It's better off. You know what, Lynn? I like Jane Lynch a lot. I don't want anything to happen to her. Stay away from her.
She said, I don't want to die like that.
Stay away from her, all right? Finally, when Alex Rivers was growing up, times were tough, and his parents got divorced, and he was struggling with being gay, and he started to act out against his family. Then he discovered the violin. After that, he became a street performer in Vegas, where he made a name for himself with his pop renditions on the violin. Now he's made it onto America's Got Talent, where he brought the house down with a rendition of Dua Lipa's New Rules. He says he's doing it to inspire all of the other weirdos and freaks out there. What are we all talking about?
I love that.
Yeah.
I love, like, first, the idea of using your, like, artistic passion to kind of help you find a direction in life is incredible.
Right?
That's incredible.
And it's, and the nerds and the geeks and the freaks that we would all be drawn to in high school because we didn't know then most of them were gay.
Yep.
You know, he calls us all out, you know? Like, it's weird. Like the other day I posted something last month, like during Pride Month, I had posted something on an app called Nextdoor, and it's just basically like your own community, right? And I posted something for Pride, and somebody called me a twisted freak, right? You know, just normal LGBTQ plus bashing, normal stuff that happens to us all the time, right? And like my friend was like mad about it, like, oh, he called you a twisted freak, how dare he? In a weird way, like we're like numb to that. Like I'm not mad about being a freak. Is that weird?
Not at all. I'm proud of being a freak.
Right? Okay, so then I'm not losing my shit then. It's
Not
just
at all.
call. Yeah, we just took that back. Like we took back bitch and we took back queer. There you go.
And freak.
And
is on the
freak,
list.
just so you know. So the FayWhat show is part of one of the largest LGBTQ plus media companies in America. Hotspots Magazine has been documenting the LGBTQ plus experience for 36 years. And Happening Out Television Network has been bringing you daily LGBTQ plus news, talk shows, and more for 4 years. In the same model of PBS and NPR, we are a nonprofit 501c3 organization whose mission is to educate and serve the LGBTQ plus community. So, Florida's presidential candidate, Ron DeSantis, he likes to call it Don't Say Gay here in Florida. Fox News and Tucker Carlson, well, they call it the secret gay agenda. We don't care what they think, so we're taking them both back. Let's play with our great South Florida events in our own, the gay agenda. First, Mona's Bar is one of those places that's been around forever, but many people don't realize that it's there. Like an LGBTQ plus version of Cheers. Norm. I would love that. FayWhat. Doesn't flow as well. I gotta figure out. Fay. We gotta do something. Anyway, so you get people from all parts of our community and everyone knows your name. The owner, Jerry, frequently holds charity fundraisers and community events there too. It's just a short distance from Wilton Drive on Sunrise Boulevard, but a lot of people miss the big pink building. This Sunday, they are celebrating 2 very special milestones with a hot dog cookout as owner Jerry turns 75 and the bar itself turns 25. The party runs from 4 to 8 p.m. on Sunday, the 31st. Go to happeningout.com, select the gay agenda, and search Mona's for more. What do we love about this?
So first off, I love hot dogs. Like, and not even to make like a silly joke. Like,
I didn't even go into the penis, theory. I was just totally thinking about hot dogs.
No, but I do. I love a hot dog cookout. I think that's really awesome. And I hadn't heard of this place.
Me neither. Like, how is that possible? Like, okay, I heard about this place in passing, but then, forgot about it because I have ADD and I don't remember what I wore last week, let alone, what somebody said, right? So I've heard about this place, but I can't believe that I haven't gone. Like, and I love dive bars. And we're sober, but it doesn't mean we don't go to bars. I mean, you can have a water and hang out with your friends.
Absolutely.
It's not that serious,
Absolutely.
But with how prices are these days for everything. Like, I went to a dive bar with a friend of mine, and I bought her a drink and me a drink, and it was $30. $30. I don't drink. I don't drink. Her drink was $24 freaking dollars.
What was it? Like a fish
It was
bowl?
no, honey. It was like a Cosmo thingy. Like, it wasn't anything spectacular. But those are the prices that we have down here in South Florida.
That
so
is insane.
Insanity. And I had a water, so my water must have been $5. Okay.
It better be like Virgin Tears if it's $5 for a fucking.
It better be JLo giving it to me from her mouth like a bird.
With a ring in it.
With a ring in it. Anyway, Mona's. I am coming to you, so make sure that you have an extra hot dog for me and Mr. Damian Lenore because we are going to your event. Happy birthday and happy birthday to your bar. I am definitely going to go check that out. I love it.
You can smoke inside.
Oh my God, can you?
I may never leave. Hot
Oh
dogs and
my Lord.
cigarettes.
See, I mean, there's, people smoke. And when is the last time that people have been able to smoke inside of a bar? Like,
I miss it.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't. Sorry. I don't miss it at all. That shit gets stuck to your hair, gets stuck to your clothes. I don't miss. I'm sorry, honey. I'd rather lose you for like 10 minutes while you go outside of Hunters and smoke your cigarette and then come back.
Quick. Just make it. Do it in 5.
Just do it in 3 drags and get your butt back in the club so we can party. Next Saturday, August 13th from 6 to 11 p.m., Hotspots Magazine and the Happening Out Television Network join with Pride Fort Lauderdale to present PrideFête, an LGBTQ Caribbean festival. This event showcases the music, art, and culture of the Caribbean islands with reggae, compa, bachata, and more from South Florida's hottest LGBTQ plus DJs and entertainers. Go to happeningout.com, select the gay agenda, and search Caribbean for more. What do we love about this?
I love any kind of chance to go to a festival and experience, music and food that I wouldn't experience on a daily basis.
Food. Yeah, me too.
That's always that's always like the cheese in the mousetrap for me.
I love
Like,
that. That
is
would
there
get me there
food
too.
that I'm not normally eating? Like, can I try something new?
We're such big fat asses. Like that's all we are. Since we don't drink, we've got to think of other
we're living
things, right?
deliciously.
We are living, yeah, sure. We'll call it that, deliciously. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I love that. And so, they've got a DJ from Puerto Rico, this really pretty girl. They've got a lot of representation. Barbados is represented, the Bahamas, so all these island places that are fantastical and LGBTQ plus inclusive, us doing something here for them, I think is fantastic, you
Yeah.
know? What did we do? We did something else with the same people a couple months back, and the food was delicious. The music was delicious. They really take the time out to make sure that everyone is represented in the right way.
That's fabulous.
It is, right? Yeah. All right. So look up Caribbean on the gay agenda. Next, drag queens, beer, and pompano aren't three things people normally think of together. But this Thursday at 7 p.m., the hilarious Nicole Halliwell presents Drag Queen Bingo at the Pompano Beach Brewing Company. Craft beers, food trucks, and a fun time are guaranteed. The show is limited to just 40 people, so make sure to get your tickets now. Go to happeningout.com, select the gay agenda, and search Drag Bingo for more. What do we love about this?
She's so funny.
Nicole is hysterical.
One of my first jobs when I was down here, I worked at a bar that she hosted a night at.
Okay.
And when I tell you, it's hard to make me laugh, like genuinely laugh. I'll laugh to be polite sometimes, but I'd be, very, but she would have me
In
sent, fully sent, just
Wow.
hysterical. On them, and make it seem so easy. It's just comes very easily to her to be a hysterical
Right?
person.
I love that. No, you're absolutely right. Like off the cusp, it's just like flawless.
It's a gift.
What I love about this is just the fact that it's Pompano, very straight-y, right? It's a brewing company, very straight, very hetero, and they're doing a drag bingo. I mean, that's awesome.
They have a gay beach in Pompano now.
Do they?
Yeah,
Of course you know
very
that.
small, but it's like a little gay section of the beach.
Hey, well, that's good. That's
Yeah.
perfect. We're everywhere. We're like roaches.
We're taking over.
We're taking over. So make sure that you sign up for the drag bingo because, like I said, there's only 40 spots. So it's limited and it's going to be a very good time. Next, Miami has some fantastic drag queens and classy high-end bars. And then there's Gramps and Double Stubble. This weekly Thursday night drag show features some of the best queens and is hosted by the amazing and funny, I love her, Miss Karla Croqueta. With DJs Hot Pants and DJ Zeno, this venue is a fun, funky, laid-back atmosphere that is the opposite of what people think about when they think Miami. Go to happeningout.com, select the gay agenda, and search Stubble for more. I love that. Search Stubble. What do we love about this?
So this is a great place to go see artistic, interesting, alternative drag.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. And how would you define artistic alternative drag?
I mean, it's not just going to be people doing pop star and diva numbers. People are going to be doing conceptual, interesting numbers and pushing the envelope.
I love that.
It's really, really cool.
I love that.
Really cool.
And we were just talking about the price that I had to pay for a friend's drink the other day. This is more when you think of Miami, you think of all the high-end places where the drinks are $24 for a damn cocktail, right? Places like this are more cheersy, are more local, are more, affordable. I mean, gas is $5 a gallon.
Yeah.
There's that.
Yeah, there is that.
And I love Karla Croqueta. Karla is just such a
amazing.
dynamic talent.
Have you heard Karla sing?
Yes. Yes. Like opera sing? Yes. Yes. She was in the show Birds of Paradise at the Arts Center.
Listen, okay? Can we talk about that for a second?
I was blown away by that.
Incredible. My friend Frank took me to go see it because he's friendly with Pioneer Winter.
Yes.
He's been in one of Pioneer Winter's shows. I think maybe more than one of Pioneer Winter's shows. And I had no idea what to expect. And he was like, it is like modern dance. Come see this show with me. I think you'll really enjoy it. I had no idea what I was walking into. I came in and the show blew my tits clean off my chest. Jaw on the floor. Such incredible dancers. It was amazing. And Karla was fantastic.
Oh my God. One of my good friends, Raven, was also in it. And she was incredible. I mean, everybody who was in this And this performance, I was blown away. So Pioneer, you did a great job. If it comes back, they brought it back twice already. So maybe if they do bring it back, we'll definitely talk to you about it here on the FayWhat show. Birds of Paradise, look it up for the pictures. Karla Croqueta is just ridiculously amazing. Beyond. What a talent. Finally, small venues have been a focus this week on the FayWhat show, and our final event continues that theme. Every Friday, PJ's Corner Pocket and Chit Chat Speakeasy in Oakland Park presents hot music by DJ Joey Brown. So Joey Brown was the DJ who did the music mashup for the Stonewall Pride Juneteenth flash mob. That was incredible. So it's a small bar that has been catering to the BIPOC community for years, but it's always welcoming to everyone. The party runs from 9 p.m. to midnight, and it's a true hidden gem here in Broward. Go to happeningout.com, select the gay agenda, and search PJs for more. What do we love about this?
So I haven't been to PJs either.
Okay, so there's another one that we have to mark off the list, right?
It's like a scavenger hunt of new experiences.
Exactly. I mean, and they're LGBT friendly. And then you've got DJs like this that are going to like make it you're going to have a fabulous time.
Yeah.
Joey Brown is just fantabulous. And he makes the night like just, oh no, one more, no. I love that. And I love that again, like I love little dive bars. I love little small places. Like, one of my favorite places to go to is like Hunter's. And I'll end up at the front bar plus, and I won't even go over to the other side sometimes. Just because it's just like smaller and intimate and chill. And
not overwhelming.
So I gotta go check out PJ's too. You check out PJ's also, okay? Make sure that you go look it up. So you can see rich content on all these events at happeningout.com and click the gay agenda in the menu. That's it. That's what we will be talking about this week and the events that we want to attend. So what is going on for you this coming week? What do you got going on?
It's the 1 year anniversary of Velvet's Boylesque show.
Ooh, I love. Okay.
Which was like the first regular show I was ever in. So it's like
So it's your anniversary too.
Yeah, of this becoming like a regular thing for me.
Yeah. Is it like a 1 year anniversary of one of your pasties?
Do I have any pasties from back then? I'm trying to think. Actually, I do. And I look at them compared to the ones that I have now, and I was like, I really went on stage wearing these. Yeah. It's like a shitty, like embroidered iron-on patch that I glued stones from Michael's, like, the plastic ones that when you put the glue on them, the back comes off and they're not shiny anymore. And I went out wearing those, and you couldn't tell me shit. I was just, that was it. You were out there with your mama. You were protected. You were good. With my tarnished pasties.
With your tarnished pasties. Doesn't matter. I'm going to tell you a little secret, Damien. Nobody was looking at your damn pasty.
They're just waiting for them to fall off.
They were looking at your ass and your package and everything else that comes along with you dancing around them, my friend.
I also did not really think through the fact that if I'm going to do a pike on the pole on the side of the stage there, maybe don't do it wearing a jockstrap facing the audience.
Yeah, I hope there's video about that. If anybody has video of that a year ago, send it over to FayWhat.
Or burn it. Or
send it to me.
Burn it.
Or send it to me. Thank you, Damien, for getting up and being with me this morning, as you are every Monday morning. I appreciate you. Remember to follow him on Instagram at Return of Babylon. I know how hard it is for you in the morning because gay boys sleep late, except for you.
Not anymore.
So did you know that Happening Out Television Network studios are located at Sunshine Cathedral Square? That also houses Sunshine Cathedral, the world's largest queer church located in Fort Lauderdale. We broadcast their Sunday service every week to more than 30,000 at 10:30 a.m.
I'm Michael Reardon, the Director of Marketing for Compass Community Center, and Sunshine Cathedral is my queer church.
At the FayWhat Show, we want to introduce you to interesting people that are important to our LGBTQ plus community. Okay. Cool? Okay. And it's time to meet one of those incredible people right now, Dean William. He is just an adorable gay boy from the UK that I am obsessed with. I am stalking him right now, and you should be too. So if you don't know who he is superstar Adele's superfan. He is superstar Adele's bestie. Hello? Rumor has it, all of that, right? Well, Dean William is her bestie and he is on the FayWhat show. Well, at least that's how the story goes in my head. So here's the story. Superstar megastar Adele was performing at London Pride. She wanted a pride flag to perform with and Dean hooked her up in front of 1 million people. And I can't wait to get the whole entire story now. Welcome to the FayWhat show, Dean William.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Thanks for having me. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This is amazing.
I am so happy that you're excited. So you obviously don't know how bad my show is. So that's awesome. Dean, how are you, honey? How are things in the UK? I hear it's a little hot.
Very hot. Very hot. I'm hot. I'm sweaty. I've not slept all week because of the heat. It's been a mess. But tomorrow is my last day at work and then I've got 6 weeks off. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, yeah.
Wow, yeah, right. That right there just keeps you cool. I'm off work starting tomorrow, all right? You guys can't mess with me no
100%.
more. Dean William is going to be
100%.
naked everywhere, just making sure that he just stays just that much cooler in the UK. So, Dean, you got to tell me everything. Tell me everything. I heard you weren't even going to go to London Pride. How did this all come about?
So it was crazy. So Adele put her tickets on sale. I don't know when she released the album, and the tickets went on sale, and I couldn't. We're in a bit of a financial crisis over here at the minute. The cost of living is ridiculous. It's hard to even pay the bills. So I couldn't afford to buy a ticket. And then a week before, I was talking to my friend. I was like, "Oh, I found these tickets. Shall I buy them? Shall I not?" And we kind of spent 24 hours deciding. And then we just thought, do you know what? Let's do it. We bought the tickets and just a week before. So we headed into London, but we had no money between, I don't know, in the States, do you have bottomless brunch?
Yes, of course we have bottomless brunch. We invented bottomless brunch, para que lo sepas, just so you know, we invented that shit.
Okay. So we thought, okay, 30 quid, we'll go to a bottomless brunch. It was unlimited bottomless prosecco and beer and Aperol spritz and all of these things. We were like, we'll go there, we'll get on a level, and then we'll go to Adele. We can't afford to buy drinks in there, so we'll go and see her. We've both seen her before, so it was a crowd of 65,000 people. We don't mind being at the back, we've seen her before. And then we were on the tube there after our bottomless brunch. We got off of the tube and there was a man just randomly with a stall selling pride flags and lights and hats and everything. And I just said, I'm gonna go buy a flag to take to Adele.
But you don't have money. Okay, let's make that clear. You're like, okay, we're gonna drink up this whole entire drag brunch to the point where they won't let us come back. Because we've drank all the liquor they had, all right? Because that's how broke we are. We're using the last bucks that we have for a tip, and that's all we got, and then we're going to go see Adele. But something called you to buy this flag from this vendor, right?
Absolutely. I don't know what. I don't know. It was meant to happen. And I just went there, and it was like 8 quid, so I gave him 8 quid, and my friend just so happened to be like, oh, get me one as well. So I got him one, so we had a spare one, and then we got to Hyde Park and we kind of chilled in the park for a bit. We met some random people who gave us a bottle of wine, which doesn't sound great, but we shared wine with them. And then we went in, went to the toilet, and then we were like, okay, we'll just chill for a bit. And then a woman approached us, because I'd by this point tied the flag around my neck. Woman approached us and said, you're wearing a pride flag. You're going to think I'm crazy, but Adele needs one for the main stage tonight.
And were you like, bull? Come on, please.
100%.
Right?
We were like, you're having us on, you're pulling our leg. It's like, there's no way, like, where's the proof? And she was like, no, trust me, come with me. And then like, she immediately whisked us to like the highest ticket price you could buy, VIP, like drinks vouchers for the rest of the night. But at this point, we'd been to the bottomless brunch. So at this point, we didn't need to drink anymore. We did. We used those drinks vouchers. We didn't need to. But we were like, it's free drinks. No,
us gays can't say no to free drinks. I mean, you put us in VIP and you give me 20 tickets, we're going to use all 20.
100%. Yeah, exactly. So we did. And then we thought that was it, you know, like Adele, I kept my flag. Adele, we gave the spare flag to.
Did you rub it all on you? Did you rub it all on you and like make it stinky and smell like you? So when it would go to Adele, it would have your scent on it?
I don't think
that's
she
what I would do.
that, you know.
You were too drunk to think that through.
Yeah, true. We still didn't believe it. We still didn't believe it, even though, and we were in VIP and there were like celebrities from the UK there, like someone from our version of Jersey Shore was there who we bumped into and we had a selfie with, and then, you know, there were just all these people there. And the best thing for us was, oh my God, there's no queue for the bar. All of the other bars in the general admission had long queues, and we were like, there's no queue, and we can get any drinks with these vouchers, get the expensive stuff in.
Top shelf, baby, all the way, top shelf.
100%. And then we kind of just took our place. But I think by this point I'd got very obnoxious. I didn't intend to be, but I was like, yeah, Adele's going to come out with my flag later. Yeah, just passing through. Adele's coming out with my flag later. I think people were like, who is this idiot who is here in the crowd with us? And then we were just in the crowd, but in the VIP bit. But there were probably a couple of hundred people there. And then we thought, that's it. And then she came out, she sang 2 songs. And then after that said to us, or said to the crowd, is there a Jack and a Dean in the crowd? And we were like, yeah, that's us. And then she called us forward. And then as she was singing another song, security pulled us over the barrier and just told us to sit right next to the stage. And we were just saying to them, what is going on? What is has Adele actually just said our name? And then we were sat there and the security were just like, just sit there. And then she sang that song and she came over to us and she was like, do you know, like, earlier when someone asked for the pride flag, I'm going to use that later in the show. I heard you got really emotional when you were moved to VIP, so I wanted to give you the best seats in the house. And she did.
Oh my God. Now, at that point, when you got moved up, were you calling everybody? Because you were, if folks at home, you've got to see his videos. Dean's videos are hysterical. And they get funnier and funnier because he gets drunker and drunker, right?
I didn't send you the ones with the like profanity in them
because send me that. Yes. But you were living the dream. Like all of us were living the dream through you. That's why I was so happy that you did video it, because you literally filmed almost every second that you were at the front.
Yeah, do you know, it's crazy because this sounds, I don't know how this sounds, but this is the 3rd time I've seen Adele. So the first time I saw her was after she released 21. And at that point, she was still touring in really small venues. So I was in a venue with maybe 500 people. So I had a really good view and I was quite close to her. And then I went to see her again once she'd released 25 and she performed at the O2 Arena. And it just so happened that she had the main stage at the front and then a kind of smaller stage right next to where I'd bought a seat. So I was really close then as well. And when I bought this ticket a week before, my sister was like, you're not going to be as close, you know, there's 65,000 people, it's a festival vibe, you're not going to be that close. Let me tell you, I called her straight away and I was like, you told me I would never be that close again. I'm even closer, so look at me now. But yeah, just nuts. And I think, like, I've got a video of me and my friend Jack where when we got told we were going to VIP, I was just like, what the F is going on? What is happening? And then when we got moved, like when she said our names, we got moved to the side of the stage. I think we were just like, it was mind blowing. It still doesn't feel real.
Register, right? And I could see it in your face that you're still so like overjoyed by it. Like at that moment, did you have to like check yourself? Like, wait a minute, am I still named Dean? Right?
Yeah, like it was just because it all happened so quick from like buying the ticket randomly and then deciding to go to bottomless brunch the day before and then buying the pride flag, and then it just all happened so quick. And the fact that a week before we weren't even going to be there, it was all a bit bizarre and mind-blowing. And I called people when we first got moved into VIP. I was calling everyone. I was like, Mum, Dad, like my sister Kerry. I was like, you're not gonna believe. I work in a school. I phoned my head teacher and I was like, you're not gonna believe what's happened. I've been moved to VIP. I think I was just phoning anyone who would answer their phone. And then when mid-concert she moved us, I didn't really call anyone. I was kind of just mesmerized by her and trying to really soak in what had happened. Jack, my friend though, was like on the phone to his wife, like, you're not gonna believe this. Like,
you went with a straight guy?
I know, I did.
And he's an Adele fan too?
Yeah. I know. But we also went with our other friend Lisa, who is his friend from work, and it was just nuts.
Oh my God, it's crazy. It sounds crazy. It sounds like all the gay gods all came together to make that all happen. Everything had to align just so, including your bottomless drinks, for it to be the best Pride that you've ever had, ever.
It was every, like, down to the timing. Like, if we hadn't have booked the bottomless brunch for that specific time, for that duration, and then decided to just hang around a bit in Hyde Park once we got there, then we wouldn't have bumped into that woman. She wouldn't have been looking for someone with a pride flag at that point and chosen us. She would have found someone else. It was all just meant to be in some crazy, crazy way. And I had the worst week ever. Like, literally the day before going to see Adele, I was talking to my parents about the cost of living here, and I was like, look, I can barely afford my bills. I shouldn't have bought this ticket to Adele last week. I feel so silly spending my money on that. And they were like, no, you're 32, you've got to live your life, you've got to spend your money on things that you're going to enjoy and make memories. This cost of living is temporary, costs will come down, you've just got to do it. And thank goodness I listened to them and I didn't resell the ticket again and just went for it, because
I gotta give a big, I gotta send a big shout out and a hug to your parents. Like, that is just such a wonderful way to support. I mean, it's true. Inflation is killing us. Gas there is what, like $9 a gallon, I think it was when I was there. Something incredible.
It's ridiculous.
And for them to say, because you're expecting parents to say, yeah, you should have been paying your bills. What are you doing spending all these hundreds of quid? Did I say that right?
Quid, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Going to this concert, and you did. I mean, do you like Adele more when she's brokenhearted?
Oh, do you know what I do?
Me too.
I do.
I love you, bestie. I'm going to call you after the show.
But when she got divorced, I was like, yes, the album's coming.
Isn't that horrible of us as gay people?
It's so horrible.
Like, we
Getting
want
joy
her
from someone else's pain.
Yes. Well, I don't want her to be in pain.
Me either.
But it makes her write better music, or music that I like, not better music. Like, like 21
music
up and down. Because we're all brokenhearted, right?
Yeah.
That's us. We're a stack of brokenhearted people. That's us in LGBTQ plus. We all have that person that has broken our heart. And the worst part, that we love to sit in that ugliness. Like, we're comfortable in it. We want to order some Chinese, order fried chicken, put on Adele, and just sit there and cry. That's
Absolutely,
what she does.
100%.
What is your favorite song, Dean?
It's so difficult. I can't choose just one. I love Hometown Glory because it's about London, and I love London, and London is just the best. I love When We Were Young. I just love that song. And from the new record, I really love Hold On. I suffer with my mental health. I have therapy. I'm on antidepressants, all of that kind of stuff. And I've never heard a song so perfectly depict how I felt through my mental health journey. And I watched her Oprah special when it first came out. I was off work with COVID, and I managed to watch it, and I just remember bawling my eyes out at that song and just being like, yes, like someone else understands how that feels. Like, I'm not by myself in this. I like, there are other people who get it. So that song is very special. I cried my eyes out the whole time she sung that.
Tell me a couple lyrics of that song. You could sing it if you want.
I'm trying to think of the second verse is like everything I felt. I'm trying to think.
Just take a moment. You can take off your shirt if it helps.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to think, and I can't even look at my phone because I'm using my phone. You put me on the spot.
It's a half-hour show.
I'm trying to. I'm trying to sing it in my head. I think a wish says like, sometimes loneliness is the only rest that we get. Like, when I have to shut people out just to be by myself. But that second verse, I'm trying to think of that second verse. It's hard to hold on to who I am when I'm like, all of this kind of stuff.
We're all going to look up that second verse.
Sometimes I feel so mighty small. No, how can it, it's something like, how can I feel so mighty small when I'm struggling to feel anything at all? Like, that is just like that whole second verse it just, yeah, it resonates.
But what a powerful line right there, you know, and that resonates with so many. You know, I had an LGBTQ therapist on my show a couple of weeks back, and we have such a stigma in our community about getting help and about saying, I need to talk to somebody. And we're constantly just wanting to be in pain. You know, we'd rather be in pain alone in that dark room, listening to Adele, eating fried chicken, instead of picking up the phone and saying, hey, friend, do you know what this feels like? Because 9 out of 10 times, your gay friends have been through the same crap and feel the same thing.
100%, 100%. And I think, you know, a lot of my depression and my anxiety do stem from being a gay man, like, and the traumas that I went through growing up, and you know, that I continue to go through as an adult, those kind of battles, like those things that you have to think about that you don't think about, I would assume, as a heterosexual person. Like when I'm with a partner and going on the tube, how are we reacting? Are we, you know, should we hold hands? Should we not hold hands? How are we walking? Are people going to think that we're friends? Are people going to think that we're a couple? Should we be allowed to feel like we're a couple? Should we pretend that we're friends? Like all of those things that you have to overthink, or like starting a new job. Every time you start a new job, you have to come out again. Why should I have to come out again? I shouldn't need to come out again. You know, all of those things, they build up, and a lot of it is from childhood trauma and like things at school and like all of that. Of course.
We have National Coming Out Day, and I can't remember what day it is, right? And they have it every year, and people do a big thing about their, oh, this is my coming out story, and this is how I came out, and blah, blah, blah. And every year I say, I don't understand what you guys are talking about. I come out every day. Every time I have to meet somebody new, I have to lay out the groundwork. No, I don't have a husband. No, I was never sexually assaulted. No, I just don't like boys. You know, it's like, you've got to go through this with every single person, and then kind of wait for them to say it's okay for you to be you. And it's heartbreaking and anxiety driven and frustrating. And that all adds to our mental health. Not 100%. Being great.
It's that constant, like, feeling like you need approval or acceptance. That's when really, do you know what? Why do I need you to accept me? You should just, why do I need to tell you who I am for you to accept me? We should just accept everyone. Like, we are all people. Like, I don't care if you're straight. I don't care if you're lesbian or gay or trans or non-binary. I don't care who you are, what you are. We're humans. And I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
And I'm going to say something that my girls are probably going to get mad about, but I think that gay boys have it harder. Okay? I think they have it harder than the girls, because there is just, you know, I'm different in the lesbian community because I'm a femme girl. I love makeup. I love heels. That's not the norm when it comes to a lesbian. So I have to fight certain things because of that, right? Like, oh, are you trying to show off for a community? Do you want to just fit in? Is that why you dress that way? No, assholes. This is just who I am. Now, when it comes to a boy, they've got to be skinny, they've got to be tan, they've got to wear all this clothing that is name brand that just came out, and, you know, all that weighs on them. You know, I know boys that won't leave the house if they gained a little bit of weight, you know, and it's like, oh my God, boys, like, why do you let these people control you and control who you get to be?
100%. Yeah. I've really been battling like with this in my head with my own weight, because I have put on weight since, you know, my late 20s, early 30s. I think as a lot of people do, and especially with COVID, I enjoyed a pizza and a burger and chocolate to get me through a terrible time. Like, sue me. And I don't like going to the gym, and I don't enjoy going and working out. I hate it. I detest it. I don't get any pleasure from it. So I'm not going to do it, but I will sit and drink a bottle of wine and cry to Adele with a Chinese. And if that's what I want to do, that is what I want to do.
Right? With a pint.
With a pint. And
that's okay, Dean. And you need to know that that is okay to do.
Yeah. And I've posted on my Instagram and on my Twitter a couple of times now, like, posts of me, which are like, I'm doing it to try and build my own confidence, but as social media is, and as we've said, it's still that need for acceptance, and it's that need for, if people click that like button, okay, they're accepting me. It's okay to look this way, which is so ridiculous, but you're so right. Like, in speaking as a gay man, like, a lot of those like attractive guys are the ones who are toned and like work out and have the slim physiques, and not all of us look like that. The majority of us don't look like that. It's just the ones who get the most followers who everyone sees that look like that. And it grinds my gears.
Of course, and those people are usually the most shallow, just so you know. All right. So let's talk about those clicks that you were talking about. So were you surprised when the next day after London Pride, your face was everywhere? Like this video, your videos, this story was everywhere here in the States.
Do you know? Was it really?
Yes.
No, it wasn't. I didn't know that.
I mean, if you
do you know
have,
what? The next day, me and Jack got home the night of Adele, and we were kind of just looking at photos and videos, and we didn't really process it. And then the next day, we were in that hungover state, and we were just kind of like, again, looking at the videos and photos. And it was actually my nan's birthday, so I didn't really post about it. I think I put one post up on my Twitter, my Instagram, and my Facebook, and I can't remember what I said. It was something like, "Tonight was the craziest night of my life. Like, I met Adele. This is the best Pride ever. I'll talk when I can comprehend this." And that was on the night we got home. And then the Sunday, I was so busy. And then I came home to my flat, and I was by myself for the first time. And that is when I tweeted about it, and I put it on Instagram. And on Twitter, I did a thread of like, step by step, this happened, this happened, this happened. And it just kind of blew up on that Sunday night. And I got invited onto like BBC Radio 1 Breakfast, which is listened to by millions of people. It's like the #1 breakfast show. And that was for the next day, the Monday. And then it was the next day, it was the Monday that like all of the national newspapers were putting articles up about it. And people were sending me DMs, and I did a random radio interview in Paraguay. Like, it was so bizarre. Like, and I was talking to Jack the whole day, and he was like, "Yeah, this newspaper's contacted me and phoned me," and I was like, "Yeah, this one's contacted me," and it was just bizarre. And like, I was having people message me like, "Oh my god, I was at that concert. You're the dean," and I was like, "I'm the dean." And then I posted a TikTok about it, and that kind of blew up. And a lot of people, it was just so funny, like reading the comments, and people were like, "Oh my god, it's Jack and Dean from the Adele concert. It's Jack and Dean. It's Jack and Dean." It was just nuts. Like, and neither of us expected it. All I was doing when I posted about it was telling my friends and family what had happened. Like, the most mind-blowing night of my life has happened on Pride. Here's what happened. Step by step, here's the videos and the photos. Can you believe this has happened? And then before I knew it, like, it was everywhere.
Oh, I love it. Who were you happiest that saw that you were Adele's new bestie? And by this, like in my story, because I made up a whole story in my mind, right? Your ex-boyfriend that was mean to you and mean to your pet, to your doggy that I hear in the background, was a very huge Adele fan. And he was home with COVID, and he saw it while puking his guts out. And he was like, "Damn it, I should have never left Dean."
No, do you know what? Like, when I saw Adele the second time at the O2, I actually did go with my ex. It was us that went together. And the day that we were going up to London, I said to Jack, my friend, I was like, "I'm a little bit nervous. Like, last time I saw Adele was with my ex, and we were in a happy place then. All of my memories of last time I saw Adele were really happy, positive ones. So I'm a little bit nervous. I don't know how I'm going to feel tonight." Well, let me tell you, this one topped it. I didn't even think about it, but he did message me actually, and sent me like a really lovely message. He saw my TikTok and was like, he sent me a message and was like, "I've just seen this. I'm so happy for you. Like, this is amazing."
Victory! And you're like, "Yes, bitch, you can't have me back. Sorry."
No, he's a good egg. He's okay. He's a good. We broke up a long time ago. He's not a nasty person. He's a good egg. But I don't know.
But still, it still feels good. It still feels good that he had to, send you that message. It does.
I guess.
Anyway, so needless to say, that definitely was the best Pride ever. I want to be you for a day. I thought that was just the best. Now let's turn the tables a little bit on maybe not the happiest of stories. So you're a teacher, right? You're is it elementary school there?
Yeah, we call it primary school, but yeah.
Primary school. Okay. Yeah. So, you'll probably get a lot of teachers moving there soon from here. All right. Because here teachers can't reference being gay. They can't teach any LGBTQ plus history. They can't help children who want to come out to them in a safe space. We're a mess. We're a freaking mess. And do you have anything like that in England, or have you had something like that?
Do you know what? It makes me really sad. And I posted about this on my Instagram when I saw it, because we had something that was brought in by Margaret Thatcher's government in the 80s, before I was even born, called Section 28, which was legislation that was essentially the same thing like 40 years ago, which is so heartbreaking, where it was worded very cleverly. So it was the promotion of homosexuality was not allowed in schools. But through that, what happened was queer teachers didn't know what promotion meant. Does that mean I'm not allowed to mention that I'm part of the community? Does that mean I'm not allowed to say that I've got a partner of the same sex or gender? And through that, it means that the community was not spoken about in schools. Through this legislation, through Section 28, it was not discussed. Teachers didn't discuss it. It just wasn't mentioned. It wasn't a thing. I don't remember ever being at school, and I started school in, I think, about 1993, and I left school in 2006, and not once did a teacher tell me that they were gay or come out to us in an assembly or like talk about homosexuality. You know, we have all these like citizenship lessons and all of that kind of stuff where now we talk freely about it, but it just, what is happening over there right now, it's like flashbacks of that. And what is really sad is that it's going to have repercussions for years, because me as a teacher, I'm still feeling the repercussions, because my experience of school, it wasn't spoken about. So when I started teaching, I myself didn't know what I could talk about. Can I tell my children that I've got a partner who's a man? Can I tell my children that I'm gay? Can I not? And older teachers who have been teaching through that have still somewhere in the back of their minds, a lot of them, got that they can't talk about it. They're not allowed to talk about it. And it's so detrimental in so many ways. But we're getting there. We're starting to kind of move past it. I mean, we now it's law that relationships have to be taught to all children, and it's nothing, you know, sexual. It is just the fact that different families exist, whether that's a single parent family, whether that's two men, two women, a man and a woman, you know, that all different types of families exist, and we have to teach the children that. And you know, I came out to my second class, and every class since, but I've never done it as like I'm gay. I've done it as, I used to teach older children, and I remember one of them obviously knew. He was 11 years old. He obviously knew. And he looked at me once. He went, "Have you got a girlfriend?" I said, "No, I haven't." And he went, "Boyfriend?" And I just thought that was the most brilliant way that I could have come out to my class. And I just, at that time I didn't. And I was like, "No, I don't, but I have had in the past." And I just thought that was the most brilliant way. So it kind of comes up organically with me, but I don't have to be in fear of talking about it. You know, if children say to me, "Have you got a wife?" I say, "No, I won't have a wife. I'll have a husband hopefully someday." And we are able to now have those conversations. But for what you're going through, we went through 30, 40 years ago. And it breaks my heart, because I know what it's like to go to school through those times. I felt like I was abnormal as a queer boy in school, because I didn't know anyone. I didn't have any role models, you know, who had come out as teachers. And that is one thing that I get a lot of joy out of in school, is just being representation. And I don't talk about it all the time, and I don't come in waving my pride flag every day. But if it comes up in conversation, it comes up in conversation. And the children know. The children just know that I am a gay man, just like they know that the teacher who's married to a woman is a straight man. Like, they know that other people exist, and we're so lucky over here now that has become law, that relationships have to be taught about. And it just breaks my heart what you're going through over there. It really does.
It's heartbreaking, because it feels like we're taking steps backwards, you know? As a queer young woman, I had a safe space, and it was a teacher, and it was a drama teacher, and it was someone who really gave me breath, gave me life, and gave me hope that I wasn't as weird as I thought I was, and that there were others like me out there, you know? But at that young, impressionable age, you really are like, "Oh my God."
Yeah, I mean, last year we had 11-year-old children who were figuring out whether they were non-binary or whether they were trans, and maybe they're not. Like, you know, they're 11 years old, they're figuring themselves out, and that is okay. But we're allowed to give them, or if anything, we're not even allowed, we're expected to give them a safe space where they can explore what these different things mean and try and make sense of their emotions, and we can support them with that, whether we're part of the community or whether we're not, because as teachers over here, it's our duty. So if it's a straight teacher who's in his 60s, they have to do the same. And, you know, it provides a safe space for our children. And, you know, those children who were talking about that last year, they might in 5 years realize, actually, no, those feelings weren't that I'm transgender. Those feelings were this, and figure something else out. Or they might realize that they're transgender, but we've given them the avenues to explore what they're feeling and what that means. And with reading those stories about Florida made me feel very blessed that we have made that progress. For once, we've made some kind of progress.
Well, when you go back to school to teach, send a little energy our way, knowing that there are teachers just like you over here having to hide who they really are and hide who they love and not be able, because as a teacher, these students become your kids, and a teacher will know if a kid might be struggling or not knowing about their sexuality, and now they can't even help or embrace them or anything. So anyway, we need more deans in the world. Thank you so much for your energy and your love. And I wish you were my teacher when I was growing up. Last question. Do you miss Absolutely Fabulous? Because I do.
Of course, it's the best. Who are you? Are you a Patsy?
I'm Patsy. I'm Patsy because I literally, you saw how I said that in very British? I said literally. Patsy. You like that?
All right. Literally.
I would when I was drinking, back in the day during my drinking career, I did fall asleep with a cigarette in my hand and a fire did start just like one of the episodes. Yes. I didn't get burned or anything, but it's just, Patsy, I have girlfriends that still call me Patsy because of some of my antics back in the day.
I love that. We all need a bit of Patsy in us. She's incredible. What a character. She's amazing.
Love her. And I love you. Dean William is on IG. So find him. Or find me because he's one of my friends on Instagram. Yes, he is. And he's going to start being my friend for real because I just love him. I want everyone at home to see who he is, stalk him and everything because it's just so worth it. Who are you going to stalk next? Maybe Lizzo or Pink or Elton John. Or Dua Lipa.
I don't know.
Lil Nas X.
Dua Lipa's a good one. Do you like Dua Lipa?
I love Dua Lipa.
Do you know what though? I love Olivia Rodrigo, but I don't know if I'm too old. I feel a little bit creepy. She's young.
She is young, but
her album's very good.
But I love her music.
I don't know. I've decided.
Stuff. That's it.
I've decided who it is. It's Harry Styles.
I love it. That's right there. It's perfect. It's right in the middle, and we all love ourselves some Harry Styles. Dean Williams, thank you so much for being on the FayWhat show. I love you so much. Thank you. And if you're ever in South Florida, you need to come around here and be on the show in person. All right, you promise?
Oh, 100%.
All right. Thank you, darling.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Finally, this morning, I want to get our week started off right by telling you some things that are really important to me. It's Faye, what's on my mind? And you know what's on my mind? Happiness. What is the true definition of happiness, gay boys? Being loved and adored by all other men? Having the perfect abs? Dressing fabulously and having money everywhere? And that's why so many gay boys are miserable, depressed, and sad. The definition of complete happiness is an emotional state characterized by feelings of joy, satisfaction, contentment, and fulfillment. Okay, I want all gay boys to feel that way about themselves. Be happy. I've been hearing from so many gay boys that they're not happy. I get it. With the climate that we're in, it can be super challenging. But no, we are gay. We are supposed to be happy. Okay? It doesn't matter what you secretly want, like to lose a couple of pounds maybe, or to build up your muscles, or to find that love of your life. The ultimate goal of every single one of us should be the same, to be happy. So here's how. I'm going to guarantee your happiness, gay boys. You ready? Stop caring what other people think of you. Stop caring what others think of you. Ya, that's it. Punto, come, ya terminamos. This is the most important piece of advice that you can ever get. Be who you are. I know it's a cliche, but deal with it. Let's say that the first thing to do is not to compare yourself with other gay boys. This is something that can create so many different issues. First of all, with your self-confidence and image, which can have a big effect on your life. And secondly, it can affect all your relationships with other people. There are certain things that are always expected from gay boys, right? Such as having the abs and being very handsome and having the perfect skin or being dressed up in all the coolest, latest fashion. Yeah, okay, great. But be who you are and never try to be someone else so that you can stand out, all right? I love you, boys. Stay happy. So that's the FayWhat show. I hope you had fun. I did. I'm really passionate about trying to connect the L and the G in our LGBTQ plus community. It's often hard for us girls. If we believe that we are one strong community, then we must support all the letters of our LGBT and Q+. We opened the show with a nod to Mary Tyler Moore and That Girl's Marlo Thomas. This show is dedicated to a strong LGBTQ plus community. I just encourage you to be a little bit kinder, a little bit funnier, and embrace our tremendous diversity. It's what makes us so strong. Until next Monday, everybody, at 9 a.m. live or anytime on demand. I'm FayWhat, and I'm hashtag that girl. I wish you a week full of sunshine and rainbows. Stay gay.
Rainbows, gay boys, hashtag that girl. Sunbeams, drag queens, L-word is that girl, the girl of all our dreams. She's everything that every girl should be. Aqua, South Beach, hashtag that girl. Pride-filled, tea-dance, Wilton is that girl, Latina but she's you.
So, did you enjoy the show? I know you did. So make sure to click subscribe so you won't miss any of the events, news, or interviews right here on the FayWhat show. Ring the bell at the bottom of the screen, right there, so you'll be alerted every time we're live. You can also click on the Happening Out Television Network logo so you can see all of the shows on the most diverse LGBTQ plus media network. Find out just what we're doing to bring the L and the G together right here on the FayWhat show. Get the week started with me.